If you have to ask how to get motivated to hit the gym, then maybe you're not ready yet. You don't want it badly enough. When you finally get sick of how you look and feel, that's when you'll show up. I'll see you there because you'll look in the mirror and think, no way I'm staying like this. That's when you'll want to be in the gym. At 16, you don't understand what discipline means. You don't realize that your current actions will shape your life 5 years from now. You don't know you can already be building an awesome future. You're too caught up in what you're doing this weekend, but this guy gets it. He knows what he wants, and he's searching for it, and where he'll find it is in the mirror. I want to tackle everything I used to say I wasn't good at. I want to make that list of weaknesses so small that it disappears one day. So how do you develop those traits of success that touch every part of your life? Your mind, your health, your fitness, your relationships, and your money. You need to be consistent, focused, and disciplined, and the way to build that is by setting a hard goal, something that demands discipline and focus because there's a deadline. Whatever you do, you've got to be all in. Maybe not totally there in the head, a little obsessed. That's how deep you've got to go with your craft. Most people don't get it. That's why I don't care about anything else. I don't follow sports. Yesterday there were football and rugby games, but I didn't care. Society talks about all these things, and I just can't. People speak to me, but in my mind, I'm counting reps, remembering patterns, thinking about training. That's my world, patterns, numbers, that's it. I can't focus on anything else. This generation has gotten soft. If you have even a bit of mental strength, a little self-discipline, the power to do something even when you don't feel like it, where are you? Why aren't you using it? You're wasting it. I used to hope my dad would give me approval, but he was broken too. When I left Buffalo after visiting him, I realized, this life is on me. My dad was messed up. My mom was messed up. Everyone around me was messed up. No one was coming to save me. I had to save myself. That moment hit me hard. The rest of my life would be tough. Not because I was a loser, but because I had to start winning. And winning isn't easy. Discipline is not easy. I don't think you get discipline from parents or family. It comes from within. That's what self-discipline is. It comes from you. What changed? I did. I stopped acting like life was happening to me. I stopped waiting for something good to happen and decided to fight for it. I chose to grind, to work, to push forward, to learn, to do whatever I could every single day to stop being a victim and become a winner. I'll say this again. You may not fully understand it, but feel it. Winners win, losers lose. 1 day in the gym, you won't notice a change. 2 days, still nothing. 100 days, you might not recognize yourself. You've seen the before and after photos. Same with learning guitar. 1 day, you barely strum a chord. 100 days, you're playing full songs. An hour of writing, maybe a messy essay. 100 hours, you've written a book. But here's the thing, grinding without a plan can leave you broke. This world wasn't built by just workers. It was built by those who knew how to lead, organize, and create opportunities for others to work. You can learn every trick in the book, but if you don't believe in yourself, it won't work. That's why I focus on self. You've got to sell yourself on your own dreams. Every day. Every single day you have to believe, this is my time. Nothing will stop me. Nobody enjoys going to the gym daily, but you still have to do it. Let me be real with you. You're smart, you've got talent, you know a few things, but that's not enough. Talent means nothing if you don't make smart choices. So many talented people disappear because they lack discipline. This whole thing is a long shot. If you can't avoid bad habits, bad risks, and stupid decisions, eventually you'll fall. It's just a matter of time. Here's my advice. Write down what you want and spend the next 25 years getting it piece by piece. I lived with so much discipline that I became the kind of person I used to dream about. Those people I once imagined, strong, unstoppable, successful, I became them. And that kept me going. I had no parents raising me, no real examples growing up. But I looked at myself one day and thought, who else can do this? No one. It takes a level of discipline most people will never understand. Everyone could have it, they just don't want to. You can have more income, more influence, and more impact. That's real success. Anyone who trains hard and eats right every day is already doing self-improvement. There are only a few things in life where self-development happens as a result. Fitness is one of them. Running a business is another. Starting your own company, making it work, hiring others. that forces you to build serious discipline. You don't have to feel great about it every day. Just keep going. The feelings will fade, but you'll still be standing. You're bigger than your emotions. Sleeping late and waking early for work won't kill you. You won't burn out right away. It's part of the grind. Hard times feel long, but a great story leaves forever. I've trained my whole life to take the big shot, not a basketball shot. I mean stepping up in life, knowing your worth, knowing that when you show up, you bring the best. That's why my price is high. Because I deliver. That's not arrogance. That's proof of hard work. That belief was built over time. A game changer earns their title through sacrifice. Most people could do it, but few are willing. Too many people waste time trying to fix what they're weak at. Stop it. Focus on what you're good at. That's where success is. Get so good at what you do that you can hire someone to handle what you're not good at. I can't read contracts or crunch numbers well, but I hire experts for that. Listen, write things down, mistakes stack up. One mistake leads to another, and suddenly you're falling, but the good choices stack up too. Small wins, sacrifices, corrections, they all add up. Daily discipline moves you closer to where you want to be. You know it, we all know it, but why don't we do it? Because those good things add up slowly. Very slowly, still they work. Anyone can build character, courage, and commitment. These things don't need talent, they need discipline. I realized I had it in me. That's when I stopped admiring celebrities and started looking up to real people who push every day. I talked about crossing that blue to black line. That's the extra step beyond average. When I tell myself, just 5 more minutes, I know I'm lying to myself. That's why I get out of bed fast. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The mind tricks you. It challenges you. Yes, discipline starts with waking up early, but that's just the beginning. It's about every part of life. Working out to be stronger, eating right, managing emotions, controlling ego. Discipline touches it all. Because you won't always be motivated. In fact, most days I'm not. Sometimes I wake up ready, most days I don't, but once I start, I'm glad I did, and after I feel great, but starting, that's the hardest part. Your body lies. It wants to stay comfy, and when your mind isn't clear, there's no room for discipline. It's like a garage full of junk. There's no space, that's your mind, packed and overloaded. Sparks fly like a short circuit. So I talk a lot about clearing mental space. Get rid of the clutter in your mind. Only then can discipline take root. I speak this way because it's my life, not something I read. I ate out of trash cans. Lived in abandoned buildings. I didn't belong there, but I made it. My dad wasn't around. My mom was young. I didn't use that as an excuse. I still don't. There's no excuse for not living up to your full potential. I live in the real world, deep in the struggle, and when I compete with top minds, those famous, known folks, it's just me, no fancy marketing, no shortcuts, just grit and discipline. So to all the people who feel left out, who feel like they don't have what it takes, you do. You can go head to head with anyone if you callous your mind and put in the work. When others see 4 walls, I see a blank space ready to become something great. Once you cross over to this mindset, you stop seeing problems. You see opportunities. You see potential. You start asking, why didn't I do this sooner? The past doesn't matter. What matters is what we do today. Once you engage, you commit. No halfway. No half measures. You go all in every single day. The people around you become better too. They're like-minded. They're committed. Consistency becomes the glue. Someone once told me, even if you lack other traits, consistency alone can make you successful. That's powerful. It's hard to stay consistent because we're drawn to new stuff. I used to see it at the gym. Someone would come in and I'd ask, are you following your meal plan? They'd say yes, so I changed the question. I said, of the 21 meals this week, how many were exactly on plan? And they'd say, at least half. Like that was good. But that's not how success works. You can go through fire and complain, or you can go through it and be an example. The way you face hardship can inspire others. Handle your battles with strength, and others will see they can too. That's the beauty, that's the inspiration. When you grow from within self-belief, self-discipline, self-motivation, you attract people who are just like you. When I was down, I attracted losers. When I changed, I started seeing grinders. People waking up at 4 a.m. saying, let's go. Jim, I'm not just talking about working out. I'm talking about making money, building a life, anything that matters. The people who really make it are the ones who are completely obsessed. That obsession becomes their identity. You would have never heard the name David Goggins without commitment. You can't even begin without commitment, but more than that, without staying consistent, you'll never finish anything. It's not easy. If it were easy, there wouldn't be a Kerry Washington. If it were simple, there wouldn't be a Tara GP. Henson, keep pushing, keep trying, never stop. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. The key to a powerful life is leadership. And leadership doesn't mean bossing people around or just being followed. Real leadership means asking yourself, what simple thing am I not doing that could really change my health or success? You're probably skipping something small that could change everything. And there I was, holding my weapon, waiting for someone to give a direction. I waited 5 seconds, then 10, then 20. No orders, no decision. Nobody spoke. We were all just waiting on a leader to step up and tell us what to do. After 30 seconds, which felt like forever, I couldn't wait anymore. You're not going to solve your problem by sitting in it. I don't care how skilled you are. If you don't have discipline, it means nothing. You're nobody without it. The smallest challenge and you'll quit. A good diet, in my view, is one piece of the puzzle. It's not just about food. It's many things together. The small details make a huge difference. I keep saying it. I fight my own mind. Some days we're just not happy. We're not in the mood. That's human. That's normal. I'm giving you the map, but are you really willing to follow it? That's the real question. Everyone wants to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, but if I gave you the exact roadmap, would you really walk it? Discipline is the hardest part, not just in sports, but in life. Pick a time to train and train at that time. Pick a time to sleep and sleep then. Pick a time to wake up and get up. Don't tell yourself you'll do something and then ignore it. That's what I was saying to Ariel. I told myself, get up early. Then I didn't. I said, train now. Then I skipped it. I said, don't eat this, and ate it anyway. All these small defeats pile up and damage your mental strength. It's those tiny failures instead of small wins that lead you to a dark place. So I'm freeing myself like never before. It's kind of become a running joke among my friends. If there's something wrong in your life, go train jiu-jitsu. There's a reason I keep saying that. Discipline is needed when you're tired and don't want to go. Discipline is what shows up even when you don't feel like it. And guess what? After training, you feel amazing. You get that boost. You're surrounded by people who understand your struggles. You sweat, you fight, you might even get injured. But you grow. You've got to step out of the problem to see it clearly. Then you can figure out how to handle it or even whether it needs to be fixed at all. Sometimes I just shrug and keep going. Other times I know I need to deal with it, shift something, adjust. Problems require action, but a little distance gives you clarity. Detachment is power. Everything in life either grows or dies. If your relationship isn't improving, it's falling apart. If your business isn't moving forward, it's going backward. That rule applies everywhere. Everything in the universe contributes or it disappears. If you're growing, you're alive. If you're giving, you're alive. I look at what I've created. Things I didn't even know I was capable of. All the things I've done, I didn't feel like doing them at first. Honestly, I'm a lazy guy by nature, but I became one of the hardest workers alive. If your mind tells you I'm lazy, I give up easily, then that's how you'll show up in life. But if you shift that identity, start saying I'm disciplined, then you act like it. Being tired won't matter. You'll do it anyway. This could be your year, but only if you do something different. Stop chasing trends and start chasing success. Life is a training field. You can live long and still never grow. That's not what I wanted. Sergeant Jack taught me that through mowing lawns, raking leaves. Simple, hard work. But even with that, my mind wasn't strong enough. I still needed something deeper. Even with all the discipline in the world, there's another level. When you're really committed, your discipline demands courage, focus, and strength. It doesn't allow weakness. It won't accept breaking down. It might feel like your enemy, but it's your best friend, the problems in your life. Your fault, the solution's also yours. You're responsible for your family, your partner, your kids. I never ran from anything because I had no one to run to. I've always been the one who had to handle it. That's when I realized I can outwork anyone. I can't dunk, but everything I want lives in the pile of effort, sacrifice, dedication. I can handle that. I can wake up at 3 a.m. and grind all day. That's where I found greatness, right there. Some of you aren't succeeding because every time something hard comes up, you quit. You stop your grind, you let go of your fight, but I'm here like you, and I'm not leaving without the win. I won't walk away from the dream, from the degree, from the goal. I'm going to get it. Let's go. You say you're the man. Be the man every single day, not just for a month. Do it all year. Where's your album? Where's your progress? You see others dropping projects. What about you? We've got another one on the way. Bring the fire. If you've got self-discipline, you can save money. Work hard, invest smart. You can manage your time, avoid wasting it. You can train, eat well, and build freedom. Yes, freedom comes from discipline. Sounds backwards, but I've seen it happen over and over. Discipline gives you freedom. Some may think I'm exaggerating, but no, I really was at the bottom. No skill, no learning ability, nothing. I've been at the lowest point and built up from there. Learning, it still drives me crazy. I'm 49. I'm a multimillionaire. I technically don't have to learn, but I choose to. As a kid, I just dreamed of the day when I wouldn't have to work so hard. But guess what? If you want success, you've got to eat that dream, breathe it, feel it. You have to believe in it even when no one else can see it. Want a better neighborhood, want to fly first class. Want to visit amazing places like Hawaii or Australia, then draw the line, say enough is enough. When I joined the Navy, I had to go into the reserves. I was too overweight for active duty. People called me a weekend warrior. You train 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. Many people live their lives like that, half in, half out. No purpose, just doing the minimum. That's not enough. Discipline says it's raining and cold. Go do it anyway. It's not a task, it's who you are. Being anything else feels weak, and there's already too much weakness in the world. Too many people giving up. Get out and compete. Go to school, give effort. Play like you're in a game. So many of you have lost your drive. Get it back. I'm not hating on other speakers. I'm just competitive. That hunger came from pain, not from school or a degree. The fire came from real life. Our kids are watching us succeed, but we never taught them how to dream. We told them their DNA is about money, not about greatness. Don't throw your limits on me. Keep them. Talk about them with your friends. I don't want them. In order to move to a new level, what you want has to matter more than what you currently have. You don't leave comfort unless you're tired of it, and when you are, you go get it. When life tells you quit, you stare it down and say, I'm not going anywhere. I will outlast you. You won't beat me. You won't break me. Some of you have been through hell and still want to quit. Why don't you trust yourself? Every time you promise yourself something, you break that promise. If you can't trust yourself, you can't move forward. Imagine I promised to meet you at the gym every day and didn't show. After a while, you wouldn't believe me anymore. Same with yourself. If you don't manage your time, you'll never have any. That's the truth. Discipline is key, but we often fall into what feels easy. In pararescue training, I hit a wall. Water, I hated it, but I kept trying even though my mind wasn't strong enough yet. There's always that breaking point. Whether on a field or when you've been fired too many times, one day you snap. You say, I'm done being average. I'm done living like this. And something clicks. The thing you've been scared of, it comes to life. You stop hiding from the pain. You stop making excuses. You start building. Even when you fall again, you just get up and go. 2020 showed that. People lost jobs, loved ones, time. That tested your mind. People think I'm running from demons, but I'm running with discipline. I'm a student of it. You can outrun the pain. Waking up is important, but the real key is balance. You want a good life. Start now, doesn't matter how late, just begin. Enjoy things in moderation. Sure, I eat burgers. Sometimes I stay up late, that's part of living. But consistency is what wins long term. Stay on track. That's how you become something bigger. Stay strong. Getting up. I saw Trump doing it. I saw a lot of people I respected in business doing the same thing. And that's what it takes to succeed at anything in life. You've got to want it as badly as you want to breathe. That desire puts you on a path. The path to strength, health, wisdom, happiness, and doing the hard things you might not want to do, but that you know will help you or help your team. Facing your fears takes courage, but it also takes discipline, real discipline, to look your fear in the face and beat it. That's what discipline is. It's choosing the harder road, the uphill path that's right for you and the people around you. The easy road is tempting. It calls out to us in moments of weakness, begging us to quit, to give in, to take the shortcut. But that moment of comfort comes at a cost. If you always pick the easy path, you'll never reach a point where you're fully locked into your daily life. I'm not going to be a volunteer victim. George Bernard Shaw once said there are different types of people. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who have no clue what happened. He said people who get ahead in life look around for the situation they want, and if they can't find it, they build it themselves. They create it. So if you're stuck, the first thing you've got to do is decide that your current habits and mindset aren't working anymore. You've got to switch it up. That means changing how you think, how you move, how you live. Reinvent yourself. I had 24 hours and I was moving way too slow. That's when I realized the mind is powerful. When everything clicks and your brain understands that you're not going to quit, something special happens. Once your mind knows that you'll push through no matter what, it starts finding more within you. It starts unlocking power you didn't even know was there. Your brain, your body, and your spirit begin to align. For the first time ever, all of me became one. I reached a place I didn't think was possible. Not for me, not for anyone, especially in the shape I was in. But I ran 19 miles, then I ran 100 miles. In fact, I did 101 miles in 18 hours and 56 minutes. I had faced so many challenges in my life, and this was my last big test. I passed, and after that race, everything was clear. If dreams were easy, everyone would make them happen, but most people don't. I see it all the time. Most people can't even get up in the morning with energy. I'm moving through airports, practically jogging, while others look half asleep. Most people I meet can't keep up with me. It's not that there's something wrong with them physically. It's that they don't have the stamina, they don't have the fire. You can't outthink everything. You can't outsmart every problem. Sometimes it just comes down to strength and drive. You're too slow. You take forever to get things done. Something that could take 2 days takes you 2 weeks. That doesn't make you a bad person, but you'll never be great. You'll always stay average because greatness requires you to keep up. You can't handle me. I've fought too long and too hard. If I was going to give up, you should have taken me out when I was 17. You should have stopped me a long time ago. Now I'm unstoppable. I'm here to motivate people who want more, not those who are fine staying the same. Stay strong, stay tough. Well, here we are again. Groundhog Day for David Goggins. If you look around, it's 3 in the morning. No cars, no people, nobody. People ask me where I find my strength. Where do I get it from? I get it from this moment, this exact moment. Nobody else is up. No one else is working. Everyone's still in bed, dreading Monday. But me, I'm loving it. While everyone else is getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not just about running or swimming or push-ups or sit-ups. It's about what those things do to your mind. You don't improve sitting on your couch. You grow by getting up, showing up, and putting in the work every single day. I believe everything comes back to discipline. Discipline every day, over and over again. It has to become your way of life. Everything starts in the mind. People ask me what it felt like when I finally became a champion. But I tell them in my head I was already a champion, long before I ever got the title. In my mind, I had already won. Whenever I saw someone competing in my weight class, I'd already believe I was better. Even before the UFC signed me, I knew I belonged. I love the pressure. The more resistance I get, the stronger I grow. You can't stop me. Keep coming at me. Keep pushing. You won't break me. I take full control of my life. I accept where I am, and I take charge of where I'm going. Someone once said we only have 2 choices in life. Accept things as they are, or accept the responsibility to change them. A lot of people want to avoid responsibility. They just want to complain. They want to talk about their problems endlessly. Every time you see them, it's the same sad story. No, not me. I own my life. I got myself into this situation, and I'll get myself out. That's why I wake up at 2:30 or 3:00 every morning. Why? Because I'm chasing greatness. Dr. King is gone. Malcolm X is gone. Now it's on me. I'm the voice. I'm the example. I'm the one who shows up when your dad isn't there. I'm the guy who comes to your school and tells you, You can do this. You can win. Greatness is in you. Act like it. Everything in the universe is either growing or dying. If your relationship isn't growing, it's fading. If your business isn't growing, it's declining. That's a universal truth. Everything in this universe contributes to something greater, or it gets pushed aside by evolution. And that's not just on Earth. It's how the entire cosmos works. So you have to grow and you have to give. When you grow, you feel alive. When you give, you feel purpose. That's the formula: grow and give. The more you grow, the more you have to offer. And when you give from that place, life becomes even more meaningful. And here's the truth. There's no perfect moment. No green light is coming. No savior is showing up to fix your life. It's all you. It always was. You are the hero. You are the answer. You are the one who decides whether today will be ordinary or unforgettable. Most people wait for motivation. You need to be your own spark. You need to become the reason you start. You need to look in the mirror and say, let's go. Not tomorrow, not later, now. People say they want more, but they're not willing to pay the price. They want the reward without the work. But it doesn't work that way. You want something big, you better be ready to bleed for it, sweat for it, cry for it. You better be willing to sacrifice. The higher the goal, the deeper the sacrifice. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Growth only comes from pressure. Diamonds are made under pressure. So are leaders. So are warriors. You've got to be relentless. Not when it's easy, when it's hard. Not when it feels good, when it feels impossible. Not when they cheer for you. When they doubt you, ignore you, count you out. That's where greatness lies. In the grind, in the fire, in the fight no one else sees. You've got 24 hours today. You can use them to build or waste them and wish, but remember, every minute you delay, someone else is getting ahead, someone else is grinding, someone else is coming for what you say you want. So stop waiting, start walking, start moving, start climbing. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to move forward, inch by inch, step by step, breath by breath, and when you feel tired, don't stop. Just rest, then keep going, because the only way out is through.